Hello everybody, I'm Michael Reed, Vedic astrologer with over 20 years of experience in the astrological field. If you're interested in scheduling a consultation with me, you can do so through the link that you're going to see above in this video here in a moment. And I have a new range of intensive consultations designed to take a deeper look at the areas of relationship, career, finances, or just in general, a look at yourself. And if you're interested in scheduling one of those, there is a 10% discount in effect until 10 p.m. London time on the 11th of April. And you can do that by scheduling and entering the discount code, all uppercase letters, intensive, at the link above. So sometimes you have to go through the process of questioning your involvement with something, just so you can find out how deeply dedicated to its completion you are. Sometimes you have to go through the process of feeling like you're being made a fool of in order to recognize how deeply wise the decision you have been making has been. It's just that right now you might be finding yourself in a space where you're asking, yeah, well, what am I getting out of this? I'm putting a lot in, but I'm not really seeming to get as much out of this situation as I was thinking was going to happen. And you're feeling that it's taking a lot of your energy, but hey, let's face it, if you didn't have your heart in it, if you weren't deeply devoted to the purpose that you're now putting your energy behind, you never would have gotten involved with it in the first place, right? So you may find yourself coming up against some resistance in one particular area of your life where there was something that you really wanted to nourish into fruition. You wanted to offer a lot of support to it, but you keep suffering all these setbacks and suffering all these delays, and it's making you take a deeper look at whether or not this has really been the wisest choice for you to make. Fact of the matter is, it is a wise choice, but what's happening is you're placing yourself through your actions in a position where you're forcing yourself to work harder, not rather than smarter, because it's not a case of working harder or smarter. It's a thing of cooperating. And not just cooperating with another person who's involved in this specific situation, but yes, that is the case too. And where that is involved, you might need to take a look at where you yourself have been ignorant in your actions without the consideration in the appropriate manner for the other person that's involved, right? But what is the real type of cooperation that I'm talking about, right? That type of cooperation is along the lines of a specific manner that you were hoping for something to work out in. Chances are it's not going to work out in precisely that manner. It is going to work out over time, but you need to let go of your attachment to the specifics, because it's those specifics that are quickly beginning to unravel. But as those specifics unravel, there's a gem of a way which is revealing itself that's trying to pull you in the correct direction rather than the course that you have your mind set on. So it's not necessarily the destination that you've got wrong. It's the course that you've set for that destination. And sometimes it's a minute alteration of the specific course that we're taking that gets us to that destination a little more quickly. Now, what destination might I be talking about? Well, that's going to vary according to each individual and which areas of their chart that are being impacted by this particular transit of Venus through Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra. And as I mentioned at the end of the video, I'll point out a link to my services page if you'd like a little more information on that. But for some closer hints in regards to that, it's something that you're passionate about. It's something that you're deeply devoted to. It's something that you're determined to bring to fruition, but you've been taking the wrong course. So it's not the details that you need to understand, right? But it's very easy to get caught up in the details, right? Because we think, okay, I have to set a course somehow. I need at least to have a small understanding of where I'm taking this. But as I've been saying in my more recent videos, it's a case lately of thinking broader rather than more fine-tuned, right? Rather than trying to expand your energy and pour more into a situation, it's about taking information in and seeing what needs to be altered slightly in order to bring a better outcome. So if you're coming up against confusion, then you need to apply more understanding. If you're getting frustrated, then you need to be more patient. And if you're getting worked up, then you need to take a look at what you're getting worked up about and recognize the level of devotion that you have to the specific situation and how your attachment to it happening in a specific way is creating more problems for the situation than it is creating solutions. And we all know you'd rather be a deeper part of the solution and take more enjoyment from the situation and actually feel like there's pleasure in being devoted to something than feeling really frustrated at the outcome. Being frustrated at the outcome is a matter of being attached to the details. And that's being brought on by Saturn's aspect to Venus. Saturn's transiting through Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra. And at the beginning of this particular transit of Venus through Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra, the sun is strong at first, and then its strength begins to wane a little bit in regards to its support that it has to offer to Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra. So you find yourself starting off strong and then becoming bullish and then becoming stubborn, rather than taking a deeper look at what might need to alter to bring the very same outcome, or rather destination, into being, rather than the very details. You're not going to have it by the quote-unquote letter of the law that your mind is dictating into the situation. Instead, you're going to have it in finality and ultimately the way that you would like for it to be, but you have to let go of the details. And if you could use a little bit of help with that particular process, as I mentioned earlier, I do offer several different levels of astrological service. And for about the next 24 hours until 10 p.m. London time on the 11th of April, I'm offering a 10% discount using the discount code INTENSIVE in all uppercase letters on my intensive consultations only at the link above. That's going to do it for this look at Venus's transit through Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra from the 14th of April to the 26th of April 2019. Until next time, please do take the very best care of yourself. Bye now.